So what sort of camera do you need to get good party photos? Do you still need a proper camera? Will your phone do? Or are there other options? To find out, I got myself invited to a really posh do in the company of socialite Lady Victoria Hervey. As a former catwalk model and darling of the tabloids, Victoria knows a thing or two about photography, though probably more from the other side of the lens to me.
Been doing a bit of sponsorship, yeah.
She'd got us onto the guest list of the exclusive on-off party during London Fashion Week, and I wondered how I'd fit in.
We're going to have to, like, dress you up.
Yes, maybe we can do that.
Put a bit of, like, I don't know, give you, like, a fake tattoo or something.
Fake tattoo? I can't wait.
Tattoo or not, I was keen to see which of my 3 party cameras she'd prefer.
I think we should start off with a sort of camera. That's,
Okay.
But it's not entirely unspecial, because it's actually Casio's slimmest camera yet.
I'm liking this one. I think it's a good size.
At under 15mm, the Casio Exilim EX-S10 claims to be the world's slimmest 10-megapixel camera. It also has a large 69mm screen that fills the rear of the camera. It fires up quickly, and the flash means it's well suited to capturing the action in the low-light conditions you usually find at parties.
And I get, like, the crowd.
Yes.
Can I take a picture of you guys?
It's only got a 3x optical zoom and has no wide-angle lens, but most of our party pictures came out well, even though the low lighting meant several were a bit soft.
The flash is a little blurry.
And it doesn't just do stills. Like all the cameras we were testing, it can also shoot video, even though, like the others, it doesn't have image stabilization. You can choose from a range of different video resolutions, including one specifically designed for uploading to YouTube. Everything we shot showed plenty of detail with reasonable sound, so the Casio had proved to be accomplished at both stills and video. Next, we tried the Kodak Zi6, a pocket-sized camcorder that shoots high-definition video, but also includes a 5-megapixel stills camera.
It records onto SD cards, which go to the side, and it's got a focus switch there, and it's got this thing here. If you press that, a USB socket comes up, so you can plug it into your computer. Shall we try it?
Okay, let's try it. Let's go and explore.
Yes.
The Zi6 hopes to emulate the success of easy-to-use flash camcorders like the Flip, and takes the concept a stage further by shooting in 720p resolution.
I'm kind of liking the video camera mode.
You're liking the video. Don't do a video of the food going on.
Sort of videoing
Unfortunately, when we tried shooting video in low-lit parts of the party, the Kodak really struggled. As a stills camera, you really miss not having a flash. Victoria decided to compare the Kodak with the Casio by photographing me with Clio rockers, and the resulting photos showed just how poorly the Kodak performed in low light. The final camera I'd bought to test was a mobile phone, the Sony Ericsson C902. Mobile phones are great at parties, as you'll usually have them with you, and their cameras have got better and better.
this is half the quality of the other.
Half the quality of the Casio, in terms of at least its megapixels, but megapixels aren't everything, as we never tire of saying. To actually get at the camera, you slide that open like that, it reveals the lens and an LED, unfortunately not a xenon, just an LED flash on the back.
Should we try and see what happens?
And then you can press that to shoot. It's got lots of things. You can actually edit photos in here if you want to. It's got a video mode. You don't want to know about all that?
No.
But it's very interesting video at the moment. If you want to go to stills, it's like that. And it should all be set
And
up.
it's got video camera as well. Wow.
It's got a video camera as well.
This has face detection, which seemed to work well on the screen, with squares appearing round faces. In spite of this, however, the resulting stills look like you were shooting through a fog, and the flash is weedy.
Eventually, it's quite a delay, isn't it?
Shutter delay was pretty tardy, as the autofocus struggled to focus the picture and delayed firing the shutter, so I missed capturing shots like this. Unfortunately, the Sony's videos weren't as good as either the Casios or the Kodaks, being less detailed and with a tendency to blur on movement.
I think this one's a little bit too tricky. It's too, the feels too small.
Yeah, it doesn't quite do what you want it to.
No.
Those little touch buttons.
It starts doing things that it shouldn't do.
The Kodak.
I like this one, actually.
You like that? You quite like the idea of having this big video camera to take around.
Yeah,
It's sort of
I
nice
kind of
and
like that, yeah. This was my favourite at the beginning.
At the beginning, what do you think of the Casio?
I think I still overall would probably be the one I would choose.
What Well, John, I think you did yourself proud in high society.
I think I did a passable job of fitting in, and I enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Let's talk about these party cameras.
Yeah.
Let's give them some G, starting off with the Sony Ericsson.
Well, under those conditions, and I stress under those conditions, it really only deserves 2 Gs because it's just so slow to respond, and all the pictures, it looks as though you were sort of peering through this film rather than being a nice, well-defined image.
It's a shame because it's a beautiful design, isn't it? OK, the Kodak with its high-def possibilities, how many Gs for that?
Well, I think it's still only 2 Gs. I think it was a bit better than the Sony, but it doesn't deserve a lot more because you really do need the flash, and also in those dark conditions, the video was just too juddery, it wasn't smooth.
What about the Casio Exilim?
Well, I'd give that 4 Gs, because, I mean, it's not a bad camera on any terms, but it's particularly good when it's so small, handy and easy to carry.
OK, so the Casio Exilim S10 is the gadget show's party camera of choice.